Sometimes you have the wrong. Oh, okay, okay. That's the email that I was looking for. Interesting, interesting. All right. Hello, folks. Good evening. I hope you can hear me. I'm not sure if you can. I'm not sure if you can't. But here we are. It's the Wednesday night wind down. We do this every Wednesday. It's what we've been doing since we started this channel. So welcome in. Welcome into the Wednesday Wednesday night wind down. Let's see what we get in here tonight. I got a little music I'm going to play. Hello, everybody. Tommy Stiggs here, saying hello to each and every one of you. Blessings to all of you. I got my glass of wine, as we do all the time. Let me get into a song here real quick. Here we go. Yep. All right, give me this little rock jam right here. I think I want to go with this to open it up a little bit. Here we go. Feel the vibe. Feel the vibe. Let's go. We're done. We're done with the music for now. Chris Breeder, I know I owe you. I got to put that into community tab. I should do it right now for you. Oh, my man. We're not playing music tonight, Sean Paulie, but thank you for the boost. We got Billy Luna stopping by in a little while. In the meantime, Atlantic City is horrible. Just can't. I know. I saw it. I saw they canceled the air show. John Joseph, that's crazy. Unbelievable. Yes. I know. I know that. I'll be in Philly tomorrow, I think. John Joseph, I think I'm going to be in Philly tomorrow. No, they canceled the air show in Atlantic City. I got that message about an hour ago. Tonight's sponsor is your sister's ass. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about nothing, and then we're going to have Billy Luna pop in for a little bit. Hello, Octavia Grace. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, me and Billy want to catch up a little bit, go over a couple of things. You got Stiggs on the big screen. Do the colors match on the big screen? How do the colors match? With the Quesadich? What's that? The thing. What is this called? What do you call this thing here? The thing on the bottom. Yeah, I'll probably be down there tomorrow, John Joseph. To be determined. I may take the ride. I got to see. If not, I'll do it from here. Go to Philly tomorrow. I want to see you in Skinny Social Club for the live. You better go. Yeah, I may go. I got to see. It's about an hour and 40 from here. If my meeting's finished, I got to see. Maybe I'll take the ride. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. They're at the game tonight. They're at the Phillies are playing, I think, the Dodgers. They're at the game tonight. Thank you, CG2, for dropping that link. It's always a pleasure having you. You are amazing. Skinny Joey's Cheesesteaks is about to open. They are about to open. I don't know if you guys saw the videos today, but not about to open. They got a lot of work going on, but construction has happened. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. Chat, watching you from Enchanted Princess cruise ship somewhere in the Caribbean. Just left San Juan, Puerto Rico. Well, Edwin would have liked to see that, but Edwin is not here this evening. Okay, Mark. Question, how do you like your cheesesteak? Well, guess what? I am a vegetarian, but I like my cheesesteak with everything. I will have a cheesesteak. I have cheesesteaks at one place, Midway, Seaside Heights. Margate. There we go. You saw what happened to Margate the other day. Everybody was going crazy in Margate the other day. I said it on my morning show. They saved that kid. They saved that baby drowning. Yeah, but they'll move quick, Johnny. They'll get it good. They'll get it going good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Snuff. Hey, they'll be in the place. They'll be there. They'll be in there. It should be nice, I think. Should be nice. Yes. I bought the cheesesteak joint, got busted. No. What makes you think that, Breeder? We spoke about that on the last live. It didn't get busted out. Nothing happened. It was like a sparkler. Okay. I know you're busy, Octavia. I know that. Octavia Grace is very busy. Keep busy, Octavia Grace. It's what you do. Good and bad and everything in between. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's what goes on. The greatest show and the greatest live. We got a good group over here. We do. I will confidently say that. I will say that with 100% confidence. We got a great group over here. Amazing. Yep, 100%. All right. All right, let's see. Hold on, folks. Yeah, I needed that message. All right, good. I got it. I wonder if all the Mob 2 groupies will go to the cheesesteak place. Who knows? Who knows? 5% juice, all action at steak joint. I like how they zoomed in on the gas stations before the cheesesteak joint. Yep. Remember, they can, he can go anywhere he wants to go. He's welcome everywhere. My day was good, Philly Bob. I hope that yours was. Mob 2 groupies? I don't know. Where is the guild? ALV? Haven't seen him. I don't know. Hello there, Sydney. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Sydney. Right there. I hope they do. I hope everybody goes there. Yeah, they'll go. Was my battery dying over here? This fucking thing? Hold on. Let me fix this battery. Let's see what we got. You buy dollar store batteries? And the reason is, but the problem is they don't really last. You get stuff at the dollar store. This shit doesn't really last. But what are you going to do? Stuff is expensive. You go to the dollar store, you get everything. Now, I don't use disposable stuff. I don't use paper plates. I don't really use paper towels that much. No big deal. Dollar store batteries, yep. You got to remember, I live alone, so it doesn't get a lot of use over here. My stuff doesn't get a lot of use. But it's a matter of $7. It's just $7 for 4 or $1 for 4. Now, if they get half the life, whatever. Who cares about $5, $6? Nobody. But it's a matter of principle at that point. Now, I won't buy food at the dollar store. You got to be out of your mind. The Doritos, they say Oritos. They're not Doritos. They say Oritos. The eggs are spelled my way, E-G-G-Z. I'm not eating food that's spelled eggs and Oritos, right? I won't eat any food from the dollar store. No, you cannot do that. That might be a little bit of a problem. You can't do that. You cannot do that. But some people do. Yes, a nice glass of wine is always good at the end of the day. It's good for you, Sydney. It's good for you, Philly. All right. Love everyone in the chat. Tom Paulty, this fucking mouse is acting up. Okay, gotta head to the dining room for dinner at 8:20. Is it Captain's Night, Fiola? Mark, is it Captain's Night? If it is, have a great time. You eat in or eat out living alone? I eat at my girl's quite a bit. Big Tuna. I eat by my girl. I do not eat out. I do not go out to eat like that. The only time I go out to eat is with my girl. And I think there are Energizers, yeah. At Costco, that's true. I cook. I'm a cook guy. Who's Adam 22? Who the hell is that? It's from Belleville? Who the fuck is Adam 22? Hello, Zelda. I cook. I don't go out to eat. I don't go out there. But tonight I'm going across the street. My friends are across the street. I'll go to the bar across the street. My friends are across the street. So maybe tonight I'll go across the street and have a little shenanigans tonight. But I won't eat. If I do eat, I'll get not tonight, tomorrow night, Captain's Night. Enjoy yourself, Mark. Thanks for stopping in. Adam 22 is, I don't know who this is. Tom Paul. Remember, I don't follow much. I don't follow that much. So I don't know. Hey, let's see if Billy Luden's around. If he wants to jump on. Danny Saratoga. What's happening, my man? How are you? The best dressed college graduate right there. The best dressed college graduate is right there, Danny Saratoga. Stiggs, you remember that? Yes, I do remember that. I remember everything. What's the wrench mean? You're a moderator. The wrench means you're big shout out to Stiggs lady who has to deal with cooking up Stiggs. Yeah, I'm tough to feed, Gianni, but I don't ask. The wrench is a moderator, which means if somebody comes in as a troll, these guys put him in the trunk. Also, they add links. Also, when you're here long enough, you get a wrench so that I know that you are really you. Like M. Pal, here forever, Delilah, Aces, CG2, right? So once you get in here a little long, it takes a little time, and you get a wrench. Some people say, oh, that guy has 30 wrenches. That guy has 40 wrenches. Well, I don't give a fuck. Let them say what they want to say. It's my channel, and I do it my way. And there is Seymour Skaggs, who's been with me from the beginning. A pleasure seeing you, sir. Welcome to the chat. A little while longer, we'll let Billy come in. I can hear it now. I don't want no filthy. Yes, you know. I thought we were mechanics. Yeah, and J-Wise guy, you're kind of a mechanic, yes. So we're going to talk to Billy a little bit. We'll see what's going on with his world. And we'll take it from there. Yeah, Billy's good people, man. Yeah, so we want to talk about YouTube, talk about a few things going on. Billy one time asked me, did you ever, here's Billy right here. What's up, my man? Hold on. We got Billy right here. Oh.
What's happening?
My man, look at you.
The king. I'm here with the king of North Jersey. What's shaking? Let me see. Let me see. And I'm new to this. I'm not like a seasoned pro like you. So like, where is the chat? Let me see. Okay. Chat with everyone in the studio. Let me say hi. See if I get the chat. Okay. Wait, I don't see the chat. Huh.
Just take your time. Listen.
Oh, there we are.
Our imperfection is perfection. We learn and we go.
We flaunt the imperfection. You know what I mean?
So we embrace it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you see the chat?
Yeah, you got a whole room full of people. Let me say hi to everybody here. What do you got? You got Gianni, you got Marta, you got Cinnamon Girl, Chris Breeder, Tom Pauly, Gianni Cantillano, Mark Fiola, Tom Pauly, Octavia, John Joseph, Delilah, Chris. I said hi. I don't miss anybody. John Joseph, Big Tuna, Philly Bob, Sydney Shepherd. Did I get a M. Powell?
NJ Wise guy.
NJ Wise guy, of course.
Danny Saratoga, Big Small, M. Powell.
You got a lot of people in here. Suzanne SSVS.
Yeah, Suzanne's great. These are great.
Stephen Nuns. Is it Nunes or Nuns, Stephen?
It's Nunes.
It's Nunes. Okay. Stephen Nunes. How are you, my brother?
Big Philly guy. A huge fan of Joey. A huge fan of Joey.
Yeah. No, I know Stephen. He's a good man. Zelda Z, Tom Pauly, Gary. Yeah. I don't know if I'm not supposed to do this. I don't know what I'm not like you, man. I'm not.
This is what we do, Bill.
Okay.
This is what we do. This is
Gary Pollock.
Do it, man. We're having a good time. Listen to me. This is not an interview. We hang out and we talk. That's it.
Okay. Big Small.
You know, it's a chill vibe over here. That's what we do.
Seymour Scagnetti. I like that name. Is that your real name, Seymour?
Seymour has been with me from day one. That was my first guest on live.
Is that a real name? Because I love that name.
Now, how would I don't know.
Are any names real? Every name's an alias, and that's the way it should be.
Well, because YouTube does tell you to protect your identity, which is an unfortunate thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
It is an unfortunate thing that YouTube has to tell you to protect your identity.
Well, it's a dangerous world. I mean, you and I live in cities. We came up in cities. People don't realize in cities, everybody's cool, but you got to keep your head on a swivel. You know what I mean?
At all times. It's crazy, right?
Are you there, Stiggs?
I'm right here. You hear me?
Do we lose Stiggs?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I think you're cutting out. I don't know if I'm cutting out too. Oh, it's me.
Guys, can you hear me? No, we're good, Billy.
Okay. I hear myself fine and I'm moving fine, but you're kind of frozen a little bit. Probably me. Well, now you're cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Scagnetti. Seymour Scagnetti. You know, there's a name Scagnetti. I think, you know, the writer Quentin Tarantino, who did Pulp Fiction. I think his first agent's name was Scagnetti, so he named certain characters Scagnetti in his movies. Like, I think in Natural Born Killers, the one character's named Jack Scagnetti, I think, and he named it Tarantino because he does stuff like that. You know,
I don't know. So you see how I put the comments on the screen? You see how you can do this?
Oh yeah, how do you do that?
Okay, well, I'm going to show you everything. We got you covered, my man.
Billy Moon, aka Luna. Look at that picture. I hung around Stiggs, said you're coming on. How's your YouTube experience going? You enjoying so far? Stiggs has a good time for you, Billy Moons. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I enjoy YouTube a lot. I work really hard at it. I mean, I kill myself, but I love it. But Stiggs is a great guy, and he's got a great scene here, unique and different and laid back. I love it. Love being a guest here. Thank you for having me, Stiggs.
Yeah, man, it's what we do. Octavia is actually, I think, in Sicily right now. I think she's in Italy right now. So you get people from all over the world that come in. They come from everywhere.
Wow.
Maritz, Maritz is an actual show promoter. She has a channel where she has a channel where she promotes channels. Now, what she does is she has a platform.
Mm-hmm.
And you go into her chat, you talk a little bit, you have a good conversation. She gets to know you.
Right.
She has an army behind her.
Maritz is her name.
She has an army behind her that follows her. She'll check your channel out, and she'll send her army over here.
That's amazing.
They'll either subscribe, leave a comment, drop a like.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things, Billy, in this YouTube space. It's crazy.
I love it. Well, Bonasara. How I say Bonasara? Because what I love about you is you always have the good pronunciation. Bonasara. Bonasera. See, that's what I don't want to have to talk with you about pronunciations, because I love your pronunciations. You got that. You roll those vowels correctly and such. I love that. Zelda Z, Danny Saratoga. I don't want to miss anybody. I just want to say hi to everybody. Did I miss any?
Danny Saratoga is a young man, just graduated college. Was with me on the Skinny the night we were live.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. He popped on?
He popped on, and he came in, and it was nice.
I think I said hi to everybody. Please let me know if I didn't. I want to say hi to everybody. I appreciate you all.
Yeah. So this is a good comment right here. Look at that comment. Not one bad soul in this chat. So what Big Tuna means, there's no trolls. There's nobody that has to get sniped right now. Now, here's The Streets Will Never Love You Back. And here is Joy Faraci. Joy, we were actually talking about
Joy! Hey, Joy!
Yep, that's Joy. And I'm going to kick off the show talking about Joy. So we had a conversation about you today, Joy, myself and Billy. A nice conversation about you. And it was very nice. It was very nice. So you get in touch with your people, not in touch on the phone. You get in touch with your people in a virtual way. And you create some type of a relationship, so to speak, how do you say it? You get comfortable with each other, and you kind of get to know each other. And I think that's what happens here. I'm going to play this. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I want to play this. Hold on a minute, because this was your short that you did the other day. Now I got to show you how to do all this stuff. But here you go. Here's Billy Luna right here, Joy. Check this out. This is what we had. Now you add this to the stage and you can play it. Bang.
Sammy the Bull Gravano and his goon, Louis Melito, committing a drive-by shooting.
Sammy the Bull.
How about the kid he killed, the 16-year-old? You don't talk about that. He killed a 16-year-old innocent kid.
One of the murders that Sammy the Bull Gravano confessed to and that he served a measly 3 months in prison for was the brutal slaying of a 16-year-old high school student named Alan Kaiser.
Subscribe.
Alan Kaiser was a Boy Scout and a painter whose artwork hung in the Brooklyn Museum of Art. Alan Kaiser was innocently walking his girlfriend home when the children had the misfortune of witnessing Sammy the Bull Gravano and his goon, Louis Melito, committing a drive-by shooting.
Sam.
So see how you could put these things up? You got to share your screen.
Yeah, for sure.
So Billy and I spoke about this today, Joy. We could not have scripted what happened the other night. When you both were in the chat, Billy here, Joy here, and us showing the Alan Kaiser aspect of your last video. It was just you can't even make that up. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that was amazing. Tommy and I were talking about that because that was special, and it was strange. It was like the universe kind of, coming together like the universe always does, right?
Wow, it was great. It was great. All right, so let's get into a couple things. Let's talk about a few things. I don't know where to start. You see, this is not an interview. It's two guys sitting down. We're going to talk about YouTube a little bit, what our goals might be, what we have going on. What got you into this, Bill? What got you into YouTube? How did you find this crazy? Now, this is a crazy space, but it's a rewarding space. It can be, but it's totally up to us as individuals how we make and create our space. And correct me if I'm wrong. You set that tone from the beginning. You think that's right? From the get-go.
Set the tone of what you want to convey.
Of how you are, what your channel is,
Yeah.
what your person, everything about you and your channel. You said it from video one, no?
Yeah, well, but it's an evolution, right? Everything's an evolution. Like, I feel like, I went to film school and I've been making movies for a long time, but I feel like every video I drop is my best video, and I grow through every single video. And it's like life itself, right? We grow, we evolve.
So when you do a video, are you in competition with your last one? Is that how you approach it?
I just want to make it, I don't know. I want to impress myself and my people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to make it the best it can be. I want to kick ass. I want to make it so that I have a rule like about writing and producing, where one of the rules I have is because I've written a lot of things, books, screenplays and stuff. And there's something called glory reading. If say you're writing a screenplay and you're halfway through it, and you tend to go through the first 50 pages, if it's 100 pages long, and you glory read it, you're like, oh my God, this is brilliant, when you have to write the second half. So I have a rule: no glory reading, write the second half. You can, revel in your brilliance and glory after it's done. And the same thing with YouTube. I work really hard on these videos, and there's an impulse to just watch the whole video. It's like, oh, look how good it is. No glory watching. Wait till it's done. And then I allow myself, when it's done, to watch it multiple times, and I enjoy it. But there's no time to watch when there's time to produce.
Wow, that's interesting. So when you watch your video, you watch it as somebody watching somebody else, basically. You're taking you out of it, and you're watching it as a production, basically, and analyzing your own video.
Yeah, for sure. I try to take everything into consideration, in terms of pacing, everything is just, it's like a movie. It's a movie. It's a movie to me, and everything is so important. That's why timing, editing, like just every little aspect. And look, I feel like I do them quickly. The last video I did that you showed in its entirety on your show, it took me 2.5 days of solid work.
Now let me pause you a minute. He said he did that quickly. So folks, you have an understanding of what goes on behind the scenes. He said quickly, 2.5 days for a 22-minute video to present to the world. He said quickly, 2.5 days, guys. So those that say, this is easy, this is bullshit. It's not easy. It's very difficult. And when you do videos like you do, so you're trying to fit a movie into 20 minutes, basically. Very hard to do. And so you pick all these things apart, you edit it, you watch it, you know what's going to click. I think the best thing about you is you watch your stuff as an outsider. Like, it's not you're not watching yourself. You're judging yourself before you release that video. That says a lot. And that is why your videos come out flawless. That's my observation as somebody that watches, is a fan of yours and promotes you. It's evident in what you release, the work that you have put in.
Well, I appreciate 100%. Your kind words, as always, man. And coming from you, it means a lot.
It's true. It's
true. It's the thing about the production process, and like what you're saying about the way you have to watch it, is that it's very difficult when you're so in that process to get get lost in the forest from the trees. So you have to, as much as possible, look at it with that objective eye, kind of outside yourself.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, it's interesting. Are you happy with your growth? Are you comfortable with the way everything is going?
I do. I am happy with it because like in the old days when I would make a movie project or something, it would be like a month of, months of writing, months of pre-production, meetings to take meetings. This YouTube, go, 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 go. And because it's so go, 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 it has really sharpened my skill set. I feel like I'm razor sharp right now in terms of being on camera, in terms of writing, in terms of producing, because I never had to do that before. In the old days, it's just so much time, but with YouTube, there's no time. You gotta feed the machine, right?
Fast, man. It's fast. They tell you got between 30 and 40 seconds to capture that person.
Exactly. That's what we talked about that. Like I look at it, I actually break it down like this. When I look at my videos, I really, because of the way that YouTube now has autoplay on the video, I feel like the first 5 seconds are the new thumbnail,
5 seconds. Wow.
Yeah. So so what I do is I think, and my last video, I'll give you a little bit insight on this. My last video that you showed in its entirety, do you know what I started with there? I started with the thumbnail. I created a thumbnail about a week and a half ago, and I reverse engineered from the thumbnail because the thumbnail and the title of the video, I think hold about like 75 to 80% of the marketability of the video. And so that's my new way. I reverse engineer. And this has been done in show business for a long time. They'll start off with a movie poster before they even have anything else. And it's like, that's a new thing. So it's like you start with the thumbnail, reverse backwards. So it's an interesting process.
I like that though. Well, that's a good way to do it, I guess, because listen, most people know that do thumbnails and get these shows going. Thumbnail is the key to the catch. It is the fishing line going out there, and YouTube sees our thumbnails. They recommend a lot of our content based on our thumbnails and the topic that is in it. So it's big. Yeah, right, Bobo. Thumbnail is the lure. Now, for me, I'm a little bit different. I don't put that much work into it. If you're going to come here, you're going to come here. This is the vibe over here. You know what I do. I have coffee and I have a glass of wine at night. So it's a little different for me. I put the thumbnail up with the topic, but someone that's doing true content, and you're right, that's a good way to work the opposite direction. Make that beautiful thumbnail first and work back. You got to work to satisfy that thumbnail. You got to work to satisfy that thumbnail in under 30 minutes, because we know, like you said, in the world today, it's moving fast. People are moving fast. They want a movie in 20 minutes. They want introduction to the story. They want some meat and potatoes in the beginning, and they want you to finish it out in 20 minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's interesting, and it's just, there's different ways, and you evolve as you go. Like it's funny, when I first started, and I don't change anything. Like I've never pulled a video down, and I don't change my old thumbnails. I don't, I leave it the way it is and I evolve. I'm not like George Lucas, who has to redo his entire movie from 25 years ago or 30 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
And it's funny though, but another creator had told me a while ago, because my thumbnails, if you go back and you look at my portfolio, you'll see my early thumbnails are very busy. There's a lot of writing, there's a lot of people, and somebody told me, dude, your thumbnails are too busy. And all of a sudden, I love constructive criticism. I love it. And I find constructive criticism to be a absolute rare gift in this world, right?
If you cannot take that criticism, you're in the wrong game.
Yeah.
You got a personality. If you can't take that criticism, you're in the wrong. You got a personality flaw, because that's what it is about here. And overall, a lot of your followers are going to give you, like you just said, constructive criticism. They want to see you succeed. They want a place to go. They want something to watch. They want a place to hang out. And they will say, Stiggs, your camera isn't right. Stiggs, I don't like that. They'll tell you. And the person that takes that as an insult is the person that will fail eventually. 100%. What is this comment right here? Bobo, look at that. Can you see the comment, Billy, on the screen?
Yes, and I just want to take the time, because I'm just looking. Thank you, Bobo. I really appreciate your kind words, and also Philly Bob. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. No, and that's a rare gift, because if you can't take constructive criticism, you are not all about creating the best work possible, right?
I like it. Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
Is this an ego fest, or is this a
That's right.
competition? Are we striving for excellence? Right? That's what we're striving for.
People want authenticity. That's number one. When you come on and you open up your show, you're high energy, you come in strong, you get to the topic, and then you go to your subscribe and all that other stuff, and it works out well. And I seem to have the same type of, I like to do that. I like to open up with the topic, go to a song, come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Change it up. It's difficult. It's not easy. It's not easy.
No.
And what we're trying to do here in a world of 1 billion content creators is try to find our little space and make our mark. And it's not easy.
No.
People can get 5-10 people in a live, Billy, and that is it. That's a true fact. If you're not in drama, you're going to get 5 to 10 people in that chat, or you better have a hell of a personality to get 30, 40, 50 in that chat. Otherwise, fail is not the word, as long as you're comfortable in there. If you have 5 people in there and you're having a good time, that's really all that matters. But most people are here. Look, YouTube is an attention thing. We want attention. Anybody that says different is lying. We make a video, we edit, we talk, we come up with ideas because of what? We want attention. Anybody that tells you different is a liar. The numbers do count. The people in your chat do count. The quality of your crew is primo, number one. Look at this chat right now. I don't think they put anybody in the trunk tonight. I don't think they did. I don't think we have any trolls in here. Anybody that tells you different, they're lying right to your face. If they're not looking at that number right up there right now, they're lying.
Yeah, and what you have going, man. See, like I want to give you your flowers, because the thing is, you do things. Yeah, you as you mentioned, it's different. You got a hangout vibe here, dude. It's I love it. It's very soothing, calming. It's a sanctuary, right? And you got a deep crew here. Your crew here, this is a deep crew. And dude, I mean, come on, you know how it is in life. Who in life has a real deep crew, real friends, true people, real people? That on YouTube are we on YouTube? I don't even know if we're on YouTube here. That's so unusual for YouTube, right? So look what you've created here. I got to give you your flowers on that. And these people, I love your crew, man. That's why I wanted to go through tonight, meet them all, say hi to everybody. Stony Tony joined. I want to say hi to Patrick. It's just like you got something good going here, bro.
They all ask about you. They all respect you. They all love your content when I show it. I don't tell you every time I show it, because you told me one time, Stiggs, just do it. Just show it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I got people here I know. I got people in here, Billy, 25, 35 years that I know, 50 years in here.
Oh, I love it.
That?
See, that's real. That's real. No, there's that one Drake song, No New Friends. I don't want to say Drake, because Drake just lost that rap battle to Kendrick Lamar. But yeah, no new friends. It's like, yeah, that's a judge of somebody. Like, who are these people? And I mean, I don't want to use the R word, the rat word, but it's like, it's funny that like there's people in this genre who are like really for real and deep, and they are surrounded by people that have been there for 30 years, skinny Joey Merlino. And then there's a bunch of these new people, these rats, that they don't seem like they're surrounded by any old friends. They seem like new friends.
Nobody. This is a great comment right here by Gianni, who is by far one of the best moderators and followers that you could find anywhere.
Yep.
Gianni is a sniper. He's a loyal individual.
That's nice.
He's incredible. So that's his comment right there. He loves this, and I'm the same way. We feel the exact same way. The alleged word is huge, and you use it, which everybody loves.
And why do we use that word? Okay, here, let's talk about why we use that word. Okay, because we live, first of all, in a post-truth era right now. Okay, so we don't know what's the truth. What's the truth? What is the truth? Is the truth a court transcript? Is it? Who knows? There is so many. I have seen in my lifetime, and I know you have too, Stiggs. Lies become the truth. So therefore, if you weren't there and didn't see it with your own eyes, it's alleged, right? Period.
I say it all the time. I
Yeah.
say it all the time. With these YouTube content creators, or they want to call themselves journalists, whatever they want to call themselves, you know, these guys that have themselves on a pedestal, their research is not any better than anybody else's unless they were right there. Anybody that was not right there cannot say, call it 100% fact. They're doing research just like anybody else. So when you use the words allegedly, it gives you validation. It makes it makes your audience know that you're not perfect. My research says allegedly. These are all keywords to a genuine individual. That's true. I believe that 100%. Allegedly is the best word that you can use. Now, when we're talking about Joey Merlino, you could say allegedly more than any other, so to speak, mob guy in the space. He is probably the only one that you could say allegedly. Why do I say that? Why do you think I say that? I say that because never convicted of being a boss, never admitted to being any mafia guy, nothing. Convicted of crimes, did the times. They put the label boss on this guy. They put the label made guy on this guy. They say Cosa Nostra boss should not be sitting down. When you say allegedly, it gives you validation in this space. Now, it may not get you great views because the drama aspect is gone, but it gives you validity and quality viewers, such as these people right here. That's your biggest, other than your content, which is second to none. You can't even compete with it. The wording that you use is flawless. It's absolutely incredible. And the people that want to watch it you think Joey would have reached out to me to talk to you if you were talking in a different way? No, he would not have. Right.
Yeah. It's, and the other thing is, I think that in terms of storytelling, I've gotten some comments, and there's one thing I want to talk to you about is like this latest video is doing very well. And so, as you know, it's gotten a ton of comments. And what I wanted to touch on in a minute is I thought of an interesting topic for us to discuss was trolls, because I have some funny insights about that. And a couple of trolls have said, I don't like you saying alleged. I don't like you saying alleged, and it's today. That's new because, I got that. I think I got one of those today. And so the thing is, I think from a storyteller perspective, like, you could say, well, would that word interrupt the flow? And I think the answer to that question is no. It doesn't interrupt the flow. It's because you don't even see it. It's like a period or comma. It's like it's just there. And if you want to tell that story, you can still tell the story with those words.
I think it adds a quality aspect to what you're doing. And these trolls are saying different because they want to hear it. They're so bent that they don't have the goods. Nobody has the goods on the guy.
Yeah.
They would have come on tonight. They're at the game. They would have come up tonight. They would have definitely come up tonight. Just so you guys do know, a future show is the two of us with Skinny and Snuff. We're doing it on Skinny's show. I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. So look out for a thumbnail coming up shortly. The four of us are going to do a show together, and it's going to be on Skinny's show. We're putting that in the works. There's no big secrets here. It's happening. It's going to happen eventually. Everybody's busy all over the place. You just heard Billy say 2.5 days to edit a show. So everybody's kind of busy right now. But we're going to put it together. It's going to be a great show, and we're going to discuss a lot of these things. So he respects you as a content creator, which says a lot about you, because these guys don't typically respect content creators because all they're doing is trying to get views and clickbait and drama to get those views. Now, I do understand that it is about views, but you have a morality issue, which makes you desirable, which makes these people want to watch you.
Joy said she uses her real name, and we're glad you do because you have it's a great name. We love your name, and we love you, Joy. And Joy is wonderful. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'd do anything for Joy. So, your ears are burning. Joy. I really like what you do, and we've never actually spoken in person, but I'd like to do that sometime. Just to touch base with you, because I just, I'm always there for you, and like I tell Stiggs, whatever you need to use of my content, go take it, use it. I don't care. Please, also same thing, Joy. If you ever need anything or you ever need any help, I got you.
Yeah. Well, you do great research, and I don't know. You just put it together in a certain way that makes it flow nicely. Now, do you do any studying or any, there's a lot of guidance shows out there. Obviously, you guys know I follow none of them. Actually, StreamYard told me to get lost. I was on StreamYard. They did an analysis of my channel live. They told me, we don't know what to do with you. Here's a sweatshirt and here's a coffee cup. We don't know what to do with you.
What do you mean?
I was on the StreamYard live. So StreamYard picked my show to do an analysis of. Oh my God. They did an analysis of my show on a Saturday live. StreamYard, the owners of StreamYard took my channel and did it. They said, I don't even know what you're doing. But whatever you're doing, if it works for you, keep doing it. Here's a sweatshirt and a coffee mug. And they said goodbye. That's it.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. They said get lost.
I think your show is a great case study for them in terms of market research, because who has as many lives as you do? Nobody does what you do, and I think that they should I don't know what you're paying them. They should be actually sponsoring you.
$77 a month for StreamYard. But the weird thing is, I'm getting into different algorithms. Let me explain to you why. I unsubscribe to every drama channel, every single one of them. Now, obviously, it is a space that I enjoy watching, but the drama was holding me back. So I really, really unsubscribed to a lot of channels that I was with for a long time. Once I did that, my subscription count has grown crazy. My views are good. Nice for someone like me, not a content creator, just a general show like this. And things have happened. Now I'll go, this is very weird, Billy. Check this out. I will go a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks with no sub growth, 0. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, YouTube finds something in one of my shows. They pump me out, boom, 200 new subs out of nowhere. It's crazy how it works, but they do categorize you based on the channels that you are subscribed to. They do.
Interesting.
And I'm learning this as I go. Without being taught the education, I'm learning it as I go. It's very interesting. Now, you are your own algorithm. You are a topic-driven channel. That's a whole different situation. My friend Anthony that comes in here, ALV, I graduated high school with him 50 years ago, right? 45 years ago. He does this little thing called Ghost Stories on a Friday night. He tells ghost stories every Friday night, 9 o'clock. The people that are home, they hang out. It's a chill vibe. He tells a ghost story. He's in something. So they pick it up and you get subs that are outside of our, so to speak, neighborhood here. It's very weird how YouTube works. But you don't want to get locked into you don't want to get locked into a certain aspect of the internet, because you will go stale. You'll go stale.
Well, it's funny because everybody said, hey, Detroit Siggy, right? Siggy? Check my pronunciation there.
Sigilion, Siggy, yes.
Sig. Okay. When I first started, I like a lot of things, man. Okay. I have a lot of interests. I like history. I like war, military history. I like books, TV, movies, all kinds of things. And so when I started off, I was like, that's what I want to do. And so I started off with like 5 videos uploaded at one time. And one of them was a Cosa Nostra video. And so that one went through the roof. Like they usually say you have to do 100 videos to take off, but that for like a starting channel, I think that video got 13,000 views. Like my first launch, 13,000 views. That's a lot in the very beginning. And so I was like, that's cool, but I like a lot of topics and a lot of things. And so what they say is no. You need to niche up. You need to niche up in the beginning. And if you want to go broad, the more you niche up now, the more you can go broad later. And so what I did is I fought it for the longest time. I did all kinds of videos about all kinds of things. And YouTube was like, we told you, you better do Cosa Nostra stuff. And every time I didn't, they would just punish me. It would just do nothing. Yeah. And I have to do that stuff because I've tried other things and I can do whatever I want. They're not going to show it to anybody, but they just want me to do that. So I want to make that turn. So what I decided to do is make my channel about crime. And I want to do true crime and crime, but they have already, I tried to do a thing about that and they won't let me. They want me to stay in my lane for the moment. So I hope someday to be able to break out, but it's hard because look, I can do whatever I want. But do I want any views? That's another. Oh, Bobo Comp says, how long have you been doing this? I asked this because you're a breath of fresh air. I started my channel and got serious about it probably about a year ago, and I have a background though in filmmaking and writing. So I've been doing this kind of stuff since I was a little kid. And then, but the YouTube it's a different animal. And what I started YouTube a long time ago when a friend of mine and I made a sitcom. And when it was starting, what I loved about YouTube was it's a democratization of the process because thank you, Patrick. Appreciate you. In the business, in the industry, if you want to create shows or program, there's gatekeepers, and it is I don't care if you're amazing, I don't care if it's so hard to do with these gatekeepers, but YouTube has democratized the process so that anybody can get up and going. Now, as Stiggs knows, I know Stig knows, anybody of you who've tried it, it's not freaking easy. Oh boy, trust me. And it ain't easy, but you can do it. And if you're committed to it and you want to bust your butt at it, and I'm kind of obsessed with it, almost in an unhealthy way, but I think that to really accomplish things in life, you kind of have to be. It's not the healthiest way to look at it, but I love the democratization of the process. I love that everybody can do it. And it's because, in the United States, we say it's the land of opportunity. It is and it isn't. If you come from a rich family, sure it is. But if you don't, it's pretty freaking hard. But at least with YouTube, it is kind of the land of opportunity, right? Where if you can just get it together and knock it out, you have a shot.
Wow. That is so interesting, man. They got you locked into a space. I'll tell you why, because you're good at it. They want you in that space.
I don't know, man. I'd love to do, I want to definitely, I want to get to true crime at least. I want to get,
but that's a reinvention of Billy Luna.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have another channel because I had some, a while ago, I started another
hold
channel.
on. We're going to talk about that. About that. 1 second. Okay. Joey Pope, where have you been? Nice to see you. Hope that you are well. Dirty Harry, my email, TommyStiggs@aim.com. Yes. The old fashioned AIM instant messenger, TommyStiggs@aim.com.
What up, Slimy Cricket Entertainment?
Slimy Cricket. Nice right here. Slimy Cricket's here. Okay, we got Dirty Harry, Steven Nunez, Patrick Ortega. True crime is great. Yes, Patrick, it is true that
Thank you, Bobby D.
is great. But as Billy was just saying, they got him in a space. They want him in that space. They value what he kind of like a character actor in the movies. Now, Vincent Pastore sucks, but can he play anything else? He cannot. He sucks as an actor. But can he play anything else? He cannot. They got Billy locked in a little bit here. Right. So, Billy, it's going to take a lot of work for you to change that vibe if you want to eventually.
They're typecasting me.
They're typecasting you. So that's a difficult battle for you, my man. I don't know. Now, if the well runs dry on LCN.
No, never. Oh, no.
I'll tell you why it'll never run dry for you, because you do it in 20 minutes. And that is why.
Yeah. No, and I will never run out of material because I have the way I work, and that's an interesting thing. I'm very expansive with the way I write and the way I create. My stuff gets bigger rather than smaller. And I have a very fertile mind and fertile imagination. I will never run out of topics. I mean, I could take any given sector within that and never run out of topics. There's just so much to do. I mean, but it's not a matter of that, because I don't think I ever will. It's a matter of what I need to do and what I want to do. Yes,
I agree. There's also there's also a personality aspect that goes along with the content. Now, you can do great with any content, but you got this little niche. You want to admit it, you don't want to admit it, it's up to you, but you got this niche on lock. You got this corner on lock. And you don't what's the word? Self-gloat. You don't speak, I'm the guy. I'm the what's it called? What do they call themselves?
Douchebags.
No, they call themselves journalists. You don't say any of that. You put the content together within your scope and your abilities, and you deliver it, and it comes out beautiful. You don't I don't know if the word is self-promote.
Aggrandize, yeah. No, and I'm humble.
You put it out and you let it fly.
Thank you, Philly Bob. Yeah, no, I'm humble. I'm humble. You have to be humble. I mean, look, man, we know that. And everything's a microcosm of life. Everything we're talking about is just a microcosm of life, right? We're humble in life. We're grateful and we're humble, right? I mean, look at us. We're living the dream here. Okay. Whatever we're doing, we're living the dream. I mean, look at us. What we can do, man. Jump on. We have think about it. Think about it compared to 25 years ago. Dude, what do you have, Tommy? You've got a TV network of your own.
Unbelievable.
What? Yeah, it's incredible.
I love it.
Yeah.
We found gold here, not in a monetary way. We found gold here in a space to hang out, a space to take us away, a space to have a good time. Some people have to put in more work than others. That is you. Now, let me ask you a question. You're stressing, you're working 2 days, putting together a video. You come in here like this. What is your demeanor? How do you feel right now? Are you cozy? Are you chill? Are you laid back? Are you comfortable and enjoying speaking about all of the things that you think about?
Oh, yeah. And I was actually talking to my Uncle Rick today, and I was telling him about this. Like, Tommy and I are become friends, okay? Yes. We talk on the phone. And I don't know if we discussed this, but when I talk on the phone with certain friends, I'll say to them, let's stop doing this right now, and let's take this to content. Nice to meet you, Spirit in the Sky Blue. But let's take this to content, because the best content, and I don't care if you're doing really scripted stuff like I do, or you're painting, or you're doing whatever you're doing in art, it's a Zen thing. You don't try to do it. You do it. Like right now, we're not trying to put on airs and pretend. We are having a conversation, just like Tommy and I will have a conversation on the phone. And that is, we know what that is? That's perfection. And that's it, but on all levels, because I think what happens is it's like there's a book about Zen. It's called Zen and the Art of Archery. It's basically applying Zen principles to shoot an arrow into a target, and what you do is you don't try to shoot the arrow into the target. You pull the arrow back and you focus on your breathing, because the harder you try to hit the target with the arrow, the farther the arrow will not hit the target. It's when you let go and we're not trying to do anything right now. We are just being Zen. You know what I mean?
Wow. That's an interesting way to look at that. Wow. You don't want to aim too hard.
You don't want to try at all. The harder you try with anything. And that's the thing with writing. I have become, even on camera, everything. I am trying to become that level of where I don't try. Instead, you just become a conduit of creativity. You let go and just become a conduit. That's the highest level. And that's what we do. Joy, always great seeing you, darling. Bless you and have a pleasant evening.
That's very interesting, Billy. Wow, man. Oh my God. I love it.
Yeah.
We're not trying to hit the bullseye.
No, see the harder you try. That's the same thing with writing. Like when I started off writing, I've been writing for a long time. I want to write. No, let go. Just clear your mind and meditate and let it come to you. And it's kind of it's similar to what we do when talking on the phone naturally. And right now, I feel, are we on YouTube or are we just having a conversation? You know what I mean?
Because we would talk like this we would have a conversation like this for an hour on the phone. I'm in the pool, you're doing what you do in LA, and we're just chilling. We do this for an hour sometimes, twice a week.
Exactly. And that's that. I mean, the thing is, man, there's always room to grow, man. Like I told you, every video gets better. And just my conception of what I've kind of articulated with that, I'm growing. And I hope to someday come to that highest level where I don't try to write when I'm writing. I just let go and let it flow. Right. Because that's the zone. That's in sports. They call it the zone, right?
In the zone, you could kind of, you could kind of move this over to Joe Pesci being an actor. He doesn't have to act.
Exactly. Yep.
Comes in and does it and goes home.
Yep. You
Right?
exactly. If he acts, that's overacting. You know what I mean?
Overacting.
If you
Right.
let go and become the character, that's Zen. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Now all right, let's go in a little, let's move it around a little bit. I don't know if I want to go in the movie direction, if I want to go in the mob genre direction. I don't know what I want to do, because we would have these conversations. I'm trying to have a conversation with you as we do always on the phone with the people here at the same time. Now,
Mhm,
there are
mhm.
things that we do say that we would not, obviously, there's private conversations that go on, but where do I want to go? I don't know where I want to go, because it's just like talking to my brother right now. It's just a general conversation. And what do the people want us to talk about? What do they want to hear from us?
Well, I've
don't
seen a
know.
lot of chats. People in the chat seem to be talking about some situation with another creator, some
And we can talk
drama.
about Billy. No names are off limits here, my man. We can talk about anybody. I don't give a fuck about anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, Detroit, Sidgy, I'm always looking for talent. What kind of talent do you have, my man?
He's
What kind of
great.
talent does the
He's
Sidge
my man.
have? What
He's
is
a
it? What
good
kind of
guy.
talent? Because I'm always looking for talent. I'm not joking. I'm serious.
Okay,
Detroit
answer this
City.
question: Lincoln or Cadillac, or you don't care?
Me? Okay. Interesting question. Huh. My one of my grandmothers had this old, this is back in the day, an old Lincoln, a blue Lincoln. And the Lincoln with the suicide doors is so iconic. But man,
Yeah.
I gotta go Cadillac on that. Gotta go Cadillac.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just throughout the ages, I don't know. I probably think like the big old big coupe with the convertible, right?
I love it. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I wish
Yeah.
my friend Dindo was here. He had a 76 Eldorado. It was like a block long, but he's not in here right now.
Wow.
And Gianni Catalano loves Lincolns.
Wow. Yeah. One thing I wanted to talk about real quick. I mean, people seem to us to really want us to talk about this Nadu situation. So I guess we're going to have to touch on this.
We do whatever,
I mean,
Billy. I don't give
you
a
know,
fuck. I'm good.
I don't really like talking about other situations too much. That's not really
Hold
my
on.
thing.
What we're going to
Yeah.
do, what we do is we observe what has happened. We
Right.
can do it that way. See, you can do it in a way, you know what I mean. You know.
Why not? Well, okay. Before we do that, let me just I don't want to hit one topic, but then maybe we can open it up to one of the people in the chat to break down the situation they're referring to for us first to start it off, right? But let me just talk real quick. I just wanted to touch on this thing we touched on before about trolls,
Okay.
because
Good.
I had an idea for the show, which I don't think we should do. And we don't want to do this, but it's very funny because I just have like one of these, like, I don't know, my little Billyisms or whatever, but it's like trolls, trolls are a success yardstick. The number of trolls that you have is representative of the level of success that you have attained. When you have a lot of trolls, you know that you are on your way or that you have made it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is like, if you think, oh, wow, the trolls are coming out of the woodwork, congratulations, because you did it. Because it's very funny, because I was going through my comments today, and one of the things that I was thinking of doing with you, which I don't think we should do, I've had a strategy with dealing with trolls so far. I don't argue with trolls. I don't play those games. Okay. I don't do that, because it's just, I rise above it, as my mom would say. And but the thing is that I have a theory about trolls, and the thing I don't think we should do today is there's this one troll comment that's sitting there from my latest video that I was thinking, wouldn't it be fun if we together decided to F with him?
Well,
but let's not do it. Let's rise above it. But it would be fun. I thought if we brought the comment out, we just talked to everybody, because it's like, I think it's hysterical, because whatever. I mean, I think that these trolls, see, the thing about trolls is that, do you know what trolls think they are? Trolls are people too, says Cheech. Yep, we support everybody. But see, the thing about trolls, listen to what trolls are, though, okay? Trolls, I think I have a little bit of insight into what they do. And do you know what they think they are?
They think they're relevant.
They think they're creators. They think that when they put a little troll comment on your thing, that is content creation, and they fancy themselves creators because that's their contribution and that's their creation. That's not creation. You're not a creator if you're a troll. And, these people living in their mother's basement, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, it's like these people think they're content creators. If you want to do it that badly and you feel that passionate about it, get in the arena. Okay. Just like
bring it.
Teddy Roosevelt Teddy Roosevelt, get the man in the arena. The man in the arena is always, they throw rocks at him. They this, that, dude, bro, whoever it is. Okay.
Yep.
Get in the arena, get yourself a YouTube channel and start doing it. Take it to the laboratory and let's see what you got. Okay. No. Cause they think they're creators with 3 sentences that are hateful. It's like, no, bring it. Don't be a real creator. Cause guess what? The thing about it is, like, I do my thing one way. Tommy Stiggs does the other way. He's like, Tommy's like, your stuff is so good, blah, blah. Listen, what Tommy does is amazing. And like, once again, I challenge a lot of people, go and turn on your camera twice a day like Tommy does. Go ahead and see what that is. You want to see a deer in the headlights saying nothing?
Oh my God.
Because it ain't easy. Tommy makes it look easy, but it ain't easy. So that's all I have to say to trolls is, come on, get in the arena. I'll support you. Go do it, trolls.
Look at Cinnamon Girl's comment right there. I turn trolls into fans, Billy. It's my art. I love it.
I do too. See, that's the thing. My strategy thus far with trolls is I never get in the mud with them. In fact, I'll just be like, hey man, ha ha ha, and I'll just blow it off. But this one troll today, that's the comment, I haven't even answered yet. It's sitting in the box. I was going to bring it to you, but I don't think we should, because it's like, why glorify it? Why put attention to it? But I was thinking of having a little fun. I never do it, but I was like,
you got to do it.
I'm going to mess with this dude a little bit just for fun.
You got to tool with them a little bit. I'll go make a comment. I'll get on that later.
Well, we'll talk about that. I don't want to. I'll talk to you about this off channel too, because it's like I don't like to attract attention to that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, we're gonna turn him into a fan and a donor. Watch this.
Exactly.
Oh
Yep. And we have a great welcome program. It starts in the trunk of Tommy's Cadillac.
Oh my God,
that's our intro.
That's our intro. We started in the back of the Cadillac. Oh,
right in the trunk.
God.
Yep.
Oh,
that's how we get down.
All right. What else we got? Where else are we going? Okay. They want to talk a little bit about what happened with Gene and Nadu. What's your thoughts on it?
Okay. Do you want to break it down, or do you want somebody to break it down first?
Break it down. I thought it was YouTube gold, to be quite honest.
Well, what was it? Just explain what happened.
I think Nadu challenged. Okay. This is going to get into we're going to have a mixed conversation here right now, because I want to explain something that is missing in the space or the genre or the drama genre. These people that are calling themselves journalists that are cozying up with these rat informants do not understand the culture. They do not understand the culture. They're giving them the benefit of the doubt that they have changed. And as Joey says it, they did not change until the cuffs went on. What you saw last night was a 100% solid example of how they will turn on you in a minute and fucking clip you, basically. So he got what he had coming. He challenged Gene. Gene went at him like the street guy that Gene still is. And he gave him a fucking beating, a basic beating, which appears to be that Nadu now has nowhere to go. Every rat that he tried to cozy up with has kicked him to the curb. Any stand-up guy that he had ever had a chance with, teaming up with, will never even speak to him. He got what he had coming, and the reason is because one of the reasons is the way he talks about people. He fucking ridiculed me many times live. Many times. Took this really bad, Billy, like really bad. And taking the shows down, went at me hard. Forget about me, because I don't give a fuck. It's irrelevant to me. But he had what he had coming, and he got hit pretty hard last night by Gene. I'm not a fan of Gene. I'm not a fan of Nadu. But what I saw last night was actually literally the YouTube gold, watching how it just turned around on him. Many people do not understand the culture of a typical street guy. You got to understand the guys that you're dealing with that are informants, rats, whatever you want to call it. know the betrayal. Not only were they, I don't want to use the word a victim of betrayal, they also partook in betrayal of somebody that was close to them. They took a vow to kill their brother. Where does Jeff Nadeau, Billy Luna, or Tommy Stig stand with these guys? Nowhere.
With what?
So
What was the
he gave him a fucking beating last night. A beat
Oh.
down.
You know what I was thinking of? You know that old show, When Animals Attack? It's like When Rats Attack.
Yeah. Yeah. They're so they don't understand the culture from the inside out. The Italian
But I
culture.
don't. What happened though? Like, what is the offshoot of that? What happened with that situation? I didn't even get. I've just got some texts on it. Like, people were sending me some text. I didn't actually see it. I heard people described it in some text to me.
Nadeau was challenging Gene and just kind of demeaning him, doubting him. I think
Right.
Nadeau was trying to get the breaking news on his channel, maybe, possibly. I don't know. And Gene just fucking lost it on him. He called him all kinds of names. I'll fuck your mother. He went bananas. He went straight up street corner on Nadeau last night. And Nadeau looked like a deer in headlights. And in my opinion, he had it coming. That's my opinion. That's just me.
Well, yeah.
Now,
I mean, I know.
What's your take on what is your take on the space of rats and straight guys, not street guys, trying to collaborate or have an understanding or give the benefit of the doubt to people that have literally taken bodies down and have signed up for taking out their brother? What is your take on these people really thinking they're going to get cozy with them? I think that's basically the gist of what people might want to hear an opinion on you from you. I don't know.
Okay, my take is this. Okay, obviously, I've talked about this in the last video a little bit about the fact that there's a syndrome among rats on YouTube with a guy that we know named Skinny Joey Merlino. Right now, Joey is a different cat on many levels, right? And he is what they want to be. Joey's he's kind of like a rock star, right? I mean, let's be honest. He's a little bit of a rock star, and he is what they want to be. So I mentioned about how like there's a syndrome where like Sammy the Bull, Michael Franzese, and all these rats will they started off, they courted Joey, and they were like, hey, Joey, Michael Franzese is like, it's welcome to YouTube. He's a smart guy. I hope that I can hang out with him in Florida. And, it's really, like, I'd love to be on his show and you could be on my show. And then Joey doesn't like, they have these like long, elaborate, like, intros and this and that. Yeah. Joey just goes quick, bam, boom. I don't entertain lying rats. Boop. That's it. It's like there's no speeches. No,
a little more vulgar. He basically says, "Go fuck yourselves." Don't even keep my name out of your mouth.
And then, okay. So now, but I was trying to analyze this in my last video, and I didn't do as a super deep dive, a little bit of a deep dive. But it's like you go back, and all of a sudden, Michael Franzese says, "Joey Merlino, you're not fit to do this, and you have no." Whoa, dude, your energy just changed. The last video, you said he was the coolest guy in the world, and you want to drink some margaritas with him in Florida, and you want to wait. How did he change? Just because he rebuffed you? To me, that reaction is that of a man who's been rebuffed by a woman. It's like, I mean, I don't mean to be, I don't want to whatever, but it's like, it's like, honestly, it's like they get butthurt. And it's like same exact same thing with Sammy the Gravano. I showed that in the video where he's like, it's like, he's a tough guy. I'd like to have him on my platform and I can come to his platform. And then all of a sudden, it's like, and I really like him. He's a smart guy. He does it. Then all of a sudden it's almost like bipolar personality disorder. Okay. Because when bipolar in the beginning, you love the person. They're the greatest. And then all of a sudden you demonize them and they're the most terrible. It's like, what happened? That's why I tried to show that difference between those two videos of just love affair and then just demonization. How did Joey change? All Joey did was just slap your hand away. He didn't do anything. He didn't change. Like, it's just Joey didn't change. Just like those guys, Joey didn't change with the cuffs. Nothing. Those guys did change with the cuffs, right?
Yeah. Joey never changed. He's the same. He's
Thank
always
you, Donnie.
been. He's the
Thanks,
same
Donnie.
he's always been. No budging, no changing. Now,
Yeah.
some might say you're a little extreme. You don't bend a little bit. No, he doesn't. He's 100%. When his uncle went bad, he said, throw him in the fucking garbage can. It's my uncle. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Throw him in the garbage can,
Right.
he said. Throw him out.
Well,
Doesn't
and
care.
that's
He has
Yeah.
his principles. He has his ways. Now, but still, I will say, not convicted of being any boss or made member, not admitted, ever admitted. Went on the stand, went to trial knowing that he could face the electric chair life 3-4 times.
wow. Wow.
Never
Wow.
budged once.
Wow. Think
Not
about that.
Once.
Think
Not
about
once.
that.
Never uttered the word, never said it to anyone. Do you know do you know this about him? He bunked alone. He asked to go in
Right.
solitary.
Right.
So
Because
that
he didn't want to be
cannot
with people
talk to
lying.
anybody.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Because
So that
yeah.
he cannot talk to anyone. The worst thing a prisoner can get that is high profile is a cell with somebody else.
Right.
2 is bad. 3 is even worse
Yep.
because those other 2 will send you. So he said, I'll go to solitary. I don't want to be in a cell with anybody.
They'll lie. Yeah, I mean, if guys are like, if Joey's being led into a cell and there's some like, dishonorable, disloyal rat in that cell, he's rubbing his hands together like, yes, now's my chance.
That's
And
my
it's like,
ticket out. Yeah.
yeah. And so it's like, so the thing is that Joey's told that story about how, well, there's the one story about how they stole his paperwork because that's all they need. You don't even need paperwork. All you need is like access to an internet to just make anything up. But then also there's, that story about that guy he did an interview with. What was his name? I can't remember that cat. He's in Vegas, where they offered him if he would just lie about Joey. What was that guy? I can't remember his name.
He was facing 200 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid, yeah.
But what you just said about Joey, that's one thing about it's very interesting when you think about people and life experience and lives and experience. You just said Joey was facing the electric chair. How many people can even conceive of that notion? And how many people would that notion just break? I mean, my God, that's pretty heavy.
And still didn't budge. I have
Yeah.
dear friends that went to visit him. He was in Texas. They went to visit him. Dear friends from my neighborhood. And they said he's just the same as before he went in. There is no change. There is no change.
That kind of life experience, though, man. I mean, the perspective it gives you, right? I mean, and then the other thing was in the video, I tried to touch on the fact that, like, why is this? Because Joey was facing electric chair because of rats. His father, he just showed actually today a photograph of him with his baby daughter in prison visiting his dad. His dad, Chucky. They call him Chucky. It's interesting. I want to talk to Joey because I was talking to a girl from the old neighborhood and she was saying how they actually called him Sonny. And that's something that no one calls him. It's all you always hear Chucky, but I want to ask Joey about that. But so his dad was thrown under the jail. His father died in prison, had to raise his grandchildren, in visiting rooms, so that is a different experience. And that's the thing. That's why does Joey hate rats so much? Well, let's look at the facts, right?
Think about this. Well, the facts are, there's a lot of them, right, Bill? There's a lot of facts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of facts. But think about what his father did. Now, we learn from our fathers. It's something that we do. And that could be in a bad way of life, a good way of life, or whatever it might be. We learn from our fathers. Typically, men learn from our fathers. It's a natural thing. So now you hear about these guys. They got shelved. This is their reason. They got disrespected. He got taken down a notch and still stood true to the alleged code that he vowed to. Even when Scarfo took him down, he took the 45 years. He knew the life. He knew the life. And Joey, never being convicted of being in the life, never admitted to being in any type of life, took the same thing on the chin and was willing to keep his reputation. His reputation. It's all he knew. It's all he knew. He was going out that way if it was going to be that way. It worked out for him. He took one guilty plea to placing a bet, got 2 years on it. That's it. Other than that, there is nowhere. So everything else is alleged. And that's why when you
Stiggs,
deliver it that way, it's good.
I'm going to ask the chat real quick. Did you guys just see Stiggs freeze up, or was it my computer? Because I
Did
saw
I freeze,
Stiggs.
guys?
He froze up a couple times.
Did I freeze, guys, or is
Can
it
you let me
Billy?
know? Because I want to know if it's mine.
I should be okay. You might have frozen up. Did you hear what I said or no?
It got kind of cut off. No one's answering the chat. I'm
Okay, no,
curious.
they got me good. No, they heard me good. What I said was that no, I did not freeze. Okay.
Okay, it must be me.
I
I
didn't
don't
see
know what's
anybody
going on.
freeze. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay. Okay. So what he did, what Joey's father did, even being knocked down a notch by Scarfo, he
Right.
still took it the way he was gonna take it.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he got knocked down a notch.
Allegedly.
He did get allegedly got knocked down a notch.
Yeah.
And still took it for what it was. You
Thanks,
got these guys, they're facing 10 years. They get upset. They feel sensitive because they got shelved. Or they go, look, Angelo Ruggiero is a good example. He got shelved. He wasn't saying a word. It's part of the life. You can do the betrayal. You got to accept the betrayal. You can do the demotion. You got to accept the demotion. This is all part of it. It's over in that respect. Fortunately and unfortunately, that life is kind of over of what it once was. Yes, he got shelved. Okay, well, he got demoted. He didn't get shelved.
Allegedly.
Chucky got demoted from captain down to soldier.
Allegedly. Now, it's interesting too. Another thing, there's another aspect to this, which is I don't want to get too off topic, but there's another little bit of an aspect to this, and that certain people can't understand is that, and Tommy, that there is an experience of Italians in Italy and how there were so many conquering countries that you couldn't trust the government. And you can't trust the government to protect you and your family. So that there's this thing that evolved of the men of honor that would kind of police the people for the people. And then that was kind of brought over here because in America, there was a lot of racism against Italians, and you couldn't go to the cops, and you couldn't protect yourself or more importantly, your family, your children. So people don't understand exactly what this thing is about because it's actually in the neighborhoods understand, because this is not what a lot of people think it is. It's not like Goodfellas in the movies. It's actually something that was necessary because of racism and the inability to trust the government to do anything for you. So therefore, you don't talk to the government. You don't trust the government. You don't work with the government. And that's a little bit of a code that's in modern America. We see this, but this thing is like about 1,000 years old, and people don't understand where this came from. And that Joey is a little bit out of time, man. He's like got this honor and integrity that's about 1,000 years old. You know what I mean? And
wow,
something from yesteryear, right?
Wow, that's a great way to say it. So not a lot of people understand where this came from.
Right.
That's a great show that you can do. The origin is very, very interesting because not many people understand it. When our people came here, it was very, very difficult. Remember, they were conquered by 7 countries? The Sicilians were conquered by everybody.
Endlessly.
By everybody.
Yeah.
Now, Northern Italy, all of that wasn't, but the southern parts were. So they came here and they developed this community. That's where all the little Italies came from. Now, this does advance in today's world, in our culture. In my world, it does. I will not call just anybody to say, fix my air conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
I got a friend that needs a job. I got a friend his car is broken. I got a friend that needs to buy we still do this. We still have this community thing. It's still within us. Now, when I look at a guy like, let's say the Chicklet that I call him, Dominic Cicali, I know what he's going to do to that guy, Jeff Nadeau. I know what's coming. I can predict everything that you guys are seeing on YouTube happen to these so-called Metagons. I watch it happen and predict it the moment the first conversation happens. I know how it's going. Even the rats don't trust the outside world, so to speak. It's very deep.
Well, that's the thing with the rats, like, lest we forget. That's why I kind of was saying about that thing. When I say that the rats want to be Joey and that the rats don't forget where they came from. They did rat, but subconsciously, I think their dreams are not as calm as you think. And when they sleep at night,
No,
they
no.
hate themselves
I
because
think
they
it's killing them.
think
It's
about
killing
it. You know how it is when that's a whole lifetime built up to be that. And it's usually generational, right? Many generations.
Oh.
It's like that's in your blood. So when you defy that, you may think you're doing all right, but you know what? The subconscious and the superego, and I think these people kind of hate themselves. Now, on the other tip, lest we also forget, like a guy like, Chicali, he, he's a rat, and he's not in Cosa Nostra any longer. That's a dangerous cat. You don't want to, you don't want to like get that cat cornered. That cat will lash out and mess you up. And I mean, I won't even, to be honest with you, I look at him and I don't want to ever justify anything. And I always want to kind of maybe we'll have a conversation when we have our thing with Joey, but about the levels of rat. Cause I think Joey's answer is gonna be, no, there's no levels of rat. It's either you're not half pregnant, you're not half pregnant, you're pregnant. You know what I mean? But the thing about Chicali, I will give Chicali one thing. Chicali always comes out and says, I was a coward and I'm a rat. And at least, because that is, and I know that Joey wouldn't mean a thing to Joey. However, that, but I contrast that a little bit with, and Sammy pretty much says he's a rat too. But I don't understand certain people, and I won't even name names, prominent people that won't admit that they're rats. It's bizarre, bro. It's like, deal with reality. No one cares. This culture we live in, the genre doesn't care. The biggest channel in this genre is owned by a rat who won't say he's a rat. Tekashi 6ix9ine, the rainbow-haired rapper, has 20 million subscribers on YouTube. People don't really care anymore. That's the thing about Joey. Joey is like, it's almost like, how there's a samurai that's from like many, many years ago with a code. Joey has an ancient code he's operating with. Not a lot of people are. Now that's why there's something about Joey. That's why all the rats want to court Joey. That's why all the rats want to be Joey. And that's why everybody's interested in Joey, because Joey is, what it reminds me of? And this is an analogy. There's a lot of things I've been kind of thinking about and I want to give onto other shows, but I'll just give a little bit. And I don't know, this analogy, I don't know if this is going to land correctly, but Jimi Hendrix. I'm a big fan of Jimi Hendrix. Okay. I love Jimi Hendrix.
All
and
right.
when the blues scene was happening in England in the 60s, the commodity was the blues. And it was all these skinny English guys trying to play the blues, trying to pretend they were like playing African-American music. Then all of a sudden, Jimi Hendrix comes an anachronism out of time. He is a blues man. A blues man comes like in a time machine and blows the scene away. Reminds me of YouTube with the Rativerse and the BS, like, the little Wikipedia scrapers and the Rativerse. Joey Merlino comes in the middle of this. This is, guys, out of time with this 1,000-year-old code, right? This is different, man. And that's why he has a mercurial rise that ain't going to be stopping anytime soon.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They cannot live with themselves, and he can live with himself. He goes everywhere. He can go anywhere. That's another topic. But when he says, we can go anywhere, you can't go anywhere. No. It's a free country. They can go wherever they want to go. They're not welcomed. You see how they take things out of context and they just add a spin to it. And it is their guilty conscience that is burning their souls it's got to be eating them up. It's got to be eating each one of them up, because none of them did it out of sincerity in their heart that they wanted to be choir boys. They did it to save their asses. They went straight up from the street to being not in the street and a cooperator. That's got to burn you up. It's your culture, your whole life. It's got to eat at them. Do you think it eats at them every single day?
Oh, yeah. No, I honestly believe, because remember, you know what it is. It's a long road. Let's be honest. To be a made guy, like for instance, and I don't like to mention names. I'm not even going to mention names. I'll just say that there is a guy that we've been talking about tonight who is an associate, right? He was an associate. All right. He wasn't a made guy. And he's seemingly, they say he was really mobbed up, but he was just an associate. He wasn't a made guy. But to be a made guy, do you know how long that takes? Do you know? I mean, you basically have to program your brain for it. It's almost like being a career military have soldier in the military. It's like you can flip that switch and you can change it, but I think they all hate themselves, bro. I think they hate themselves.
Let me add to that. Associate, no. Used. And would have been disposed of if he did not get it. Believe you me, knowing how I understand this thing from the inside out, he would have been disposed of. There was no use for that individual. He saved his life by getting out. He would have been gone in a matter of time. Gone. There's no use for individuals like that. They're not boss material. They're not made man material. They're not captain material. They are used for a certain aspect of the life. They are used and then they are taken out to the trash. I do truly believe that there's two individuals on that space that were definitely 100% used and were going to be disposed of had they not done what they did. Now, time goes on and it kind of has changed. There ain't nobody taking a body for the family right now. But if those guys were still alive, the elders, they were used for purposes and they were going to be disposed of. Now,
cannon fodder.
They didn't even know it. I'm telling you, this is what would have happened. They didn't even know that they were just being used and abused.
Right.
They were disposable individuals. Every, so to speak, family has these guys that go out and do this type of work. They don't get made. They don't get respected. They get used for greed or for the cause or whatever it might be. Now, there is a group of guys, allegedly, that don't have these type of guys. And that is the Philly guys. And that is the Jersey guys. They are familial or familiar oriented. They are neighborhood guys. They are friends for life. Each one will go out and do the same thing that the other person will do. There is no disposable guys in these two areas. But out there in those 5 boroughs, there are disposable individuals that are used for certain things and they will eventually be disposed of. He saved his own life. 2 of those guys saved their own lives by turning state. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You see what I mean, right? You can understand it now, what I'm saying? That.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. And Gianni says crash test dummies. Absolutely. And then, I want to respond to the Hendrix comments too. Yeah, absolutely. Hendrix. Hendrix all damn day.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. And, you know, it's like another, I mean, there's so many topics to talk about. I mean, one of the things I've always thought about is like levels of rat, you know, like the concept of levels of rat. Is it, I think once again, if we were to, you know, when we talk to Joey about this, it's going to be, there's no levels. It just is, you know, however, I look at levels and I say, look at like Mikey Scars. I believe he put away 80 people. Now, I know there's no levels, but that's like 80 times the misery, right?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
80? I mean, what kind of misery is that? That's insane.
80 guys that he knew. Huh?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
80
I'm
guys
wondering.
That he called his brother.
Yeah. And you know what the thing is, though, once again, like I have this hypothesis that they all hate themselves, but does he? Maybe he doesn't. Yeah. Maybe he is. I mean, but I think on the surface, it's cigars and cognac and ha ha ha.
Garbage.
But I just wonder what the dreams look like when they go to sleep at night. I bet they don't look that pretty.
They're nightmares. They don't lay their head down right. There's no way. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's not possible. And some of these guys, they betrayed their wives, their kids, and their brothers, so to speak.
Fathers.
They betrayed everybody.
Yeah.
No. That scotch and those cigars, that's all just a cover. They can bullshit. Look it. They can bullshit these guys that don't know the culture. or have the moral compass. You understand this moral compass. You can bullshit these guys, but that's about it. That's about it. There's a few people that you can bullshit. Now, RJ is hooked up with Mikey Scars, and I guess they're doing a good thing over there, and that's okay. But could Mikey get a street guy to do that with him? Can he get a knockaround guy that's a content creator to do that with him? Absolutely not. It will not happen. He picked the right guy to do it with 100%. And RJ is an absolute gentleman. Good to me. Good guy with me. Don't agree with what he does, but hey, you know, he does what he does. He's in a business. It's a different thing. Now, you would never even answer that phone call. You have the same principles that I have, that many of us have, that this chat and this social club is filled with. We all have the same type of, and I don't know how I don't know how we all found each other, but we found something here with a bunch of people that have the same type of mindset. Same type of mindset. Now, nobody talks smack about RJ. Nobody does it. Nobody does it because he's not a jerk off. He's not pompous. He's not a prick. He doesn't demean his chat. He handles trolls in a gentlemanly way versus the other guy that just starts fucking yelling at you, screaming at you, calling you an asshole, this, that, the other thing. Right? So
Well,
it's interesting.
That's, you know, and I think that what you just described, the other way of handling it is what we call that is a bully, right? That's a bully. Now, the thing about a bully, as we know, see, when you think of a bully, you think of a big tough guy. Okay. A bully, though, to me, what I see whenever I see a bully is a poser. And what happens with the bully, and there's only one way to handle a bully. You got to punch him right in the mouth. And you know what happens? You don't even have to. Just flex on him. He's going to go into fetal position and cry like a baby. That's a bully. A bully, you think you say the word bully, you think, oh, a big muscle-bound guy. No, a bully is a poser who's going to capitulate immediately.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Wow.
Come on. That's a bully. And that's why, you know, we're nice people. We're reasonable people. We're you know, reasonable adults. However, if you are confronted by a bully, unfortunately, we know how that works. You have no option but to punch him right in the mouth.
Wow, that's crazy. Now, so last night was interesting. Was it a bully and a bully?
I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak to it because I didn't see it. People have.
Well, anybody that's seen last night, do you think it was a bully and a bully? What people have told me today is that the fucking guy's lip was shaking, like the dude's lip was shaking. Like,
is there footage of this? Is the show around? Can we look at? Someone said they took it down
immediately. He took it down.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
I
his
don't
lip
know.
was shaking. Like his lip was shaking. Like he was going to pray. He was going to lose. So is
But
it a bully? What is it? I don't know.
I mean, okay, when we talk about the other one, you know, I don't even want to mention his name. The other one, you know, who made someone's lip shake, allegedly. And so, you know, the thing is that that too, though, bro. I mean, that's like, to me, what? I mean, what do you? Why? Why are you? Why are people afraid of people? I mean, is that guy is that cat? We'll say a rat. What is he going to do? I'll tell you what he's going to do. I'll tell you one thing he's going to do for sure, right? That and I'm not on wood because I don't wish this on anybody. Okay, but that cat, or shall I say, that rat, is going to end up back in prison. Knock on wood. I don't want that for anybody, but he is, right? He has to. A hothead. This is a real world we live in, okay? And he's going to, and apparently, I don't know, I've heard Joey say he likes to beat up girls and stuff like this too. So, you know, he's going to end up back in prison. And, you know, I'll tell you something. As we know, you know, I personally, I don't know. I don't know. People are, there's real keyboard warriors, right? But I just, in terms of, yeah.
I quite honestly don't think he's a keyboard warrior. I think he'll come at you.
Well, here's the thing, though. If he is, he's going to be in prison soon. And what I would,
he doesn't care. It doesn't bother him. He told him last night, "I'll come there and I'll fucking strangle you. I will." Well, he said it live. I'll strangle you.
Here's the thing,
though. If you were in
though,
front of me, I would strangle you. He said.
Just a little side note, just a little off topic about this guy we're talking about. One thing is, we know, you know, he might want to go at the alleged boss of a certain family. Now, families in Cosa Nostra are not doing anything. Okay. They're not clipping people, period, nowadays. Reason being, the feds are watching them too closely, and the feds would like nothing more than to get the head of someone like that on their wall, because that would get publicity and thus they'd get more funding. It's strictly a money issue. That's why they do it. Okay. So that's why no one's clipping, because the feds are just watching them too closely. Now, this other cat, though, who we're talking about, who likes to talk about, I'm a rat, ha, ha, ha. I hate to tell this cat. I don't know if because he was an informant, he always goes to PC. I had the feeling that that expires at some point, that if you beat up a girl and you go back, or you go and you choke out a content creator in Pennsylvania, I feel like that when you go back, you might not go to PC. And you know what, my brother, Cosa Nostra might not be clipping people, but I'm going to tell you a little something about being behind the gates. There's a bunch of other groups, Aryan Brotherhood, motorcycle gangs, various Mexican cartels. And I think the same person, I believe, quote unquote, on that Adam 22 referred to Mexican cartel members as pussies. My brother, my brother, I'm going to tell you something right now. I know you think you're the toughest guy in the world, and you love to say I'm a rat and I'm the toughest guy in the world. The Aryan Brotherhood will they'll S on site, and I don't know if it's smash, my friend. No. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's weird.
It's true. You're right. They do things on principle.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't think you have to worry about Cosa Nostra, but there's a lot of people that take that snitching stuff seriously still.
I agree with you. You're 100% correct.
People that make moves.
You're looking in the wrong direction for the person that you might think be coming at you.
Yeah, and I just don't know where that ends. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that ends well. It's like but I'm just whatever. It's not my concern, right?
Joey Pope, I agree. I think he has no qualms about wringing your neck and going back in the cage. I really don't. I think he fears nobody, to be quite honest with you. I think that other content creator put himself in a bad spot. I really, truly do. I really, truly do. Edwin, this guy, Edwin, that's here. Great guy. Edwin Jimenez right here. He says it is real. Now, I talked about a story today that a content creator in the gaming aspect of YouTube went from Jersey to Florida or California and beat the piss out of a guy with a hammer based on a beef in the gaming community on YouTube. It is real. It's real, guys. It's no joke. It's no joke. Yeah. It takes nothing to get a $150 flight. It really doesn't.
Right.
Yeah. And in today's world, you can find everybody. You can find out where everybody lives. There's nobody hiding. Doxing is all bullshit because anybody can find anybody. It's today's world. You can find everybody. You can't lie. You can't do it. You got people lying about their names, their ages, this, that, the other thing. You can find everything. You find everything. So you piss a guy like that off who's capable, he will come at you. You do have to worry. You do have to worry a little bit. Got to watch.
Yeah, you got to be careful, as you know, man. I mean, you're a serious dude, and you know serious dudes, and be serious. When people are serious and legit, see, that's the thing. That's the other thing too. I will say, we know, like in my experience, I've come across a lot of people that were allegedly in Cosa Nostra, right? I'll tell you one thing about those people, though. If somebody is in Cosa Nostra legitimately, for real, one way you can tell is they will never say that. If you ask them, they'll be like, nope. Right. And, and the same thing with like rich people. I find the really rich people, they pretend they're poor. They don't need to say they're rich. And it's like on Game of Thrones, if you're the king, you don't need to scream, I'm the king.
You don't need it. They're not wearing Gucci this, Fendi that. But
the other thing with this, though, let's take this right over here too. If you're a tough guy, real tough guys don't threaten. Don't say it. They don't say a word. So somebody's out there threatening. So I don't know about these credentials. You know what I'm saying? Because real tough guys in that world, I think you might have touched it. They don't threaten, and that's none of them. Real tough guys don't threaten.
Yeah, watch out for the silent one. I do think he's in it. I seriously do think that this kid is an exception to that rule. That's just my gut. I could be wrong. I think he's an exception to that rule. I think overall, you're right, 100%. I will say yes, 100%. Be careful of the guys that aren't so saying they're going to come and crack you, because they are the ones that are typically. We know this. This has been proven in time and time again that the biggest mouth is the pussy in the room. We know this, right? The ones that say, "Oh, they're going to do this," they're going to that. They're the ones that won't do it. It's the one that's quiet and humble that you got to watch out for. They're either coming at you or they got a group of people coming at you. But it's the ones that typically say they're going to do it that don't. I will say, I think he might be an exception to that rule. I got to be honest with you.
Because that's the thing. It's like there's two kinds of people, right? There's the kind of people that shoot, and then there's the kind of people that talk. And so if you're around a guy and say he's holding a piece and he starts talking, you're going to relax a little bit, because there's, a real tough guy doesn't talk. He shoots.
Yeah, it's true. But there are exceptions.
Right.
There are exceptions. I don't know. That's crazy, man, what goes on in this space. But I do see it breaking down and dwindling away into nothing. Not what you do. All that nonsense. It's old. It's stale. It's garbage. They want to see 20-minute shows with the way you deliver it, and that's what they want to do. Yeah, mental illness. That's what I mean. Donnie Lee, I agree with you. I do think the guy is absolutely capable. I seriously do. Now, I hold back. I don't get into all of this type of shit. You know my values. You know my principles. You know what I've been through. I lost a lot at the hands of a rat, and I don't really talk about it that much, but I've been there. So I know what it's like to have your best friend go on the stand against you.
Wow.
But humbly got out of it and took the medicine. You got to take the medicine. You signed up for this. Now it could be a month in prison. It could be a year in prison. It could be 20 years in prison. It's built into you of how you're going to handle this. I've asked my mother. I said, "Mom, what if I came to you and said I was going to turn state? What would you say?" She said, "I'll break your fucking ass, number one." And it wouldn't even be a conversation. Whatever you did and you had to take your medicine, you're going to take it. How can you walk back into our neighborhood after considering something like that? I was curious as to what an 80-year-old woman would say. Basically a poker player woman, which is my mother. She was a poker player. So I asked her, what would she's like, it's not even something we would even discuss. There's nothing to talk about. So it's interesting.
It's about honor.
Yeah.
It's about loyalty, or it's either about loyalty or a lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and that's the thing. Like I touched on this other thing. It's like, that like things you've experienced that. And the thing about there's like, you and Joey have experienced that. Okay. You have suffered because of a rat. Now, so other people who haven't can perhaps sympathize, but they can't empathize. You can't know those long days and that cold steel, and that you can't know the loss of your life being put in a cage, and you can't know, as in Joey's case, your father dying, getting thrown into the jail and die. And that's the thing. That's the difference in life. It's about perspective, right?
Wow, that's crazy. It wasn't even a thought for me, and on a much, much, much abbreviated level of what Joey was going to go through. But the same mindset of this is what it's going to be. Now, we spoke about my stuff today. You asked me about it today. Can you talk about this? I can talk about anything. I don't give a fuck. I'm an open book about everything. Look it. Let me show you something. The guys, and I still have this from 20 plus years ago. The guys that can't show their discovery, those are the people that you got to watch out for. Every bit of evidence is in here. There's reasons in here that I took a plea deal to save other people. Let me explain something to you. My best friend turned state on me, right? This is just to give you a quick story. My best friend turned state on me. We know each other since diapers. Lived 5 houses from each other in the same neighborhood. Growing up in the game together. But he was a little bit of a shyster. But anyway, there's all different types in that life. And the time came for me to read my discovery as I got indicted. Now I'm going through my discovery and I'm saying, well, okay, that loan shark and bookmaking, this and that, the other thing. Okay, we got 5 years of charges here. What are we going to get? We're going to get 5 years. There's nothing outlandish that I'm going to get more than 5 years, because conspiracy in New Jersey, you can get up to 5. You can get 5 years if it's conspiracy to promote gambling, all that other stuff, loan shark, whatever it is. But what was in that case was this douchebag implicated a dear friend of mine's father, who was a retired police officer in our city. He was a neighborhood guy who just put bets in once in a while. He labeled him as a bookmaker. This guy was retired, probably dead by the time I was going to trial. And I said, there is no way that I can go on that stand and have this guy put this name, this wonderful man in the community's name out there on that stand. Can you imagine a guy that never knew that I did this? His daughter did not notice until a year ago that one of the instrumental parts of me taking a plea and losing everything that I had was that their father was going to be shamed if I went to trial. I took a conviction and I took prison time. And it's so small but big. It took a big thing. It took a big thing for me because I wanted to face this guy on the stand. I wanted to face my friend on the stand. I wanted to go toe to toe. I wanted to do it all. I was ready to fucking battle. I was ready to go to trial. And then I go through my discovery and I say, no way. Come on. How was this guy in here? How did he implicate him in here? Give me a deal. I'm pleading guilty. Take off conspiracy because I'll never implicate anybody else. You take off conspiracy because once you plead guilty to conspiracy, you're admitting that you did something with somebody else. If you don't take off conspiracy, we're going to trial. If you knock off conspiracy, you're getting a guilty plea out of me. We're going to plead guilty to violating New Jersey gambling laws. You get state, and that's it. And that's what I did. I took the fucking hit, and I feel great about it to this day. I lost everything, Billy, everything. Houses, cars, money, jobs, you name it. They took everything from me. I was building a house. They took it. I had 2 cars. They took it. I had a bank account. They took it. Every fucking thing was taken from me that you can imagine. They left me with $2,300 in my grandmother's hamper. That's all I had left. And I took it. And I took it because I was not going to let that happen to this man. He was not a street guy. He gambled a little bit. And my friend in there, ALV, knows exactly who I'm talking about. He was a gentleman in the community. I was not going to let it happen. I did not tell this girl about her father till 20 years later. Now, can you imagine that?
Wow.
So my point is this: when you go into something, and I say this with everything that I do, you're going in 150. You're going in 100. There's no 150%. You're going in 100%. I'm either going in heavy or I'm not going in at all. And that is the way I look at this YouTube space, Billy. I came in here to do something. I did not come in here to mess around, to make it fail. I came in here heavy. I want to make something out of this channel, and meeting people like you, having shows with people like Joey and an amazing social club crew that I populated for over the years. Whenever I'm going in 100%. So I was in that 100%. I was ready to go to trial, take my hit, take my 5 years in New Jersey State, which is brutal. And then Billy, I saw that one page in my discovery, and it fucking tore me to shreds. Wow. How could he mention this one gentleman? It's crazy, man. And there's people in the chat that know this individual. He was our local cop. He was our street cop. He was our beat cop. We had beat cops in the neighborhood. We had, what are they called when you cut school? What are those guys called?
Truancy officer.
Truancy guy. He was an honorable guy. He was our Little League coach. How am I doing that? No, I can't do it. Anyway.
You stood up, man. You're stand up. And that's the thing that people don't, the one part about it is like, being in that cold concrete and steel is bad enough. But you know, what people forget is you also had all that, everything else, your whole life taken from you. You forget that. It ain't easy to stand up. It ain't easy. It takes a man to stand up.
Well,
right?
look, it's one sentence when you say, "Oh, he did his time." Do you know what goes into that sentence?
Right.
Oh my God, what goes into that sentence? It's just a few little words, but what goes in the background of that is fucking crazy. You're in a cell, you're in a cage, you're on a bus, they're taking you in the snow. They give you clothes that don't fit you. They treat you like an animal. They put you in with rats and roaches. They put you in a cell with the person that testified against you so that you can violate. You have no idea what goes on in the back. No, nobody knows because we don't really speak about this stuff. They put
It's
me in a
hell.
cell with the guy that ratted against me to see they wanted me to react. They put me in the cage with him for 10 hours. Rats, roaches, and the guy that ratted me out. They put me in a cage with all of the guys from Newark, from the area, from, street guys. And they were waiting for me to just fucking let loose and go across that cell and bash his fucking head. And that's what they were waiting for me to do so that they could charge me with more stuff. When they arraigned me, one of my bail conditions is anything happens to this guy, we're holding you responsible. He gets assaulted, you're getting charged with assault. He gets killed, you're getting charged with murder. He gets hit, you're getting charged with battery. They put on me for my bail conditions, anything that happens to this witness in this case, you're getting the charge. I don't care if they come from Bangladesh or fucking Mulberry Street, you're getting the charge. They came to my house, Billy. They walked in my mother's house. They put $10,000 on my mother's table. My mother will tell you this. They put $10,000 on my mother's table. They said, "Where's the guy that brought this case?" I said, look, if you care about me, if you care about me still being around, this was my bail condition.
We got to let it go.
And they brought a guy in there, no English, a Sicilian guy. They came from New York. They walked they walked right into my mother's house, walked right in the front door, $10,000 on the table. Where is the guy? 5 houses away, Billy. He's fucking 5 houses away.
Oh,
and
where
I
is he
just
now?
I just explained everything, and they said, "Well, in respect for you, we're going to let this play out. We're going to let this play out." And they went right back to New York. They got back in their fucking Cadillac Seville and got right back in the car and went right back to Mulberry Street. So it's crazy. But these are the nuts and bolts that nobody knows about that goes on in these cases. These are all the little things that happen. And we can go on and on for hours about this, but these are just the things that do happen. So when you say a guy is a stand-up guy, you have no idea what went up to that moment.
Right.
And why would regular people? We don't expect you to.
Yeah,
crazy.
Man.
It's crazy.
It's a hell. It's hell. You described hell.
I described hell. I've been through hell. Now multiply that to serving possible life. Can you imagine? Now I'm facing 5 years. Can you imagine death penalty life? What Joey has gone through? Can you imagine?
Wow. Just, I mean,
nuts.
There's so many levels to it. Like you're showing us different levels, but then like what you just said about facing like the death penalty, think about the psychological level to that. I mean, the torture on so many levels, the tangible physical levels of physical torture, but just the psychological. Oh man. It's just, and this is what people don't understand. It's ha ha ha. They love the big guy with the big channel who is a rat. And he's so smooth and this and that. You can't understand it, man. You can try to sympathize. That's all I say is try to sympathize. You can't empathize.
You can't. And I think that's why we get along so well. You guys see our relationship. You see our relationship. You see how we are. You see how me and Joey are, how we're friends, how our friendship is. And there's a lot of different reasons for it. There's a lot of different reasons for Comrades, basically. And worlds apart, doing life or 5 years, but still that same core of
same
something.
thing. It wouldn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It is what it is, and it's not even an option. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not even an option.
It ain't even an option.
Interesting. We had a good time, man. This was great. Yeah.
Did
you have a good time doing this? You enjoy doing this?
Absolutely, man. I love it. And I told you, it's like, I told you, you and I could sit down and talk for 10 hours. And you're like, I just do a little 20 minutes. I do 20 minutes. Look, it's 2 hours now. It's like nothing. It's like, dude, I mean, it's nothing, right? Crazy, that's what it is. It's just, that's how it's best. And that's how it's good. And that's, it's always,
so here's what we're going to do here. Here's what we're going to do here, guys. I'm going to let you guys know Billy's planning to do his first live very soon. Yeah. So what we're going to do here is we're going to obviously they love your channel. They love what you do. They love when I put your videos up. So you're going to see a lot of this group when you push that first live.
Oh yeah.
I just
that's
recommended to Billy today. Make that thumbnail 24 hours or so before you do the live.
great. Right.
Make it short and tell everybody you're going live. And I
Yep.
think you'll do well. You let me know when you're going live,
Cool.
and I'll help you in the chat. I'll help you with whatever you need help with.
I appreciate you so much, Stiggs, and I appreciate all your deep crew here, man. You're an amazing guy, and all these people you've put together. What a nice crew. It's an absolute pleasure. I appreciate you for having me. I appreciate them for having me. And we'll of course we're gonna do it again. And I just
hold on. You got a question there, real quick.
Billy, what's your favorite mom movie? Okay, interesting. That's one thing we didn't even talk about. I gotta say. My favorite, thank you, Cinnamon Girl. I appreciate you, darling. My favorite mob movie is, perhaps the greatest movie of all time is The Godfather, right? Godfather 1 and 2. I won't even talk about 3. 3 shouldn't even, I wouldn't even.
I loved it. So we can debate. We can do a show about that one day, but I loved it.
Well, The Godfather is one of the greatest movies of all time, so I probably have to give it to The Godfather. But it's hard to have like superlatives and like say the number one. It's like I like The Godfather, and then I look to like my favorite director is Martin Scorsese, so I look to Goodfellas. And with Goodfellas too, it's like it's interesting though because the funny thing that no one really remembers with Goodfellas, and we were talking about rats a little bit, Goodfellas is a rat story.
It is.
That's a rat story, and it's like, it's a good story and you got the best director in the world but it's a rat story. And, I don't want, we get 2 hours. I think let's leave him on a high note. Let's find a high note to leave him on, like Dean Martin.
This is the high note. This is interesting. This is great. Yeah. So you're going with Goodfellas.
Yeah. I'm going with Godfather. I'm going with Godfather. What about you, Tom?
Godfather to me, in my personal opinion, is Godfather is more of a cultural, because understanding the culture is a cultural movie with crime mixed in. I don't think it's really 100% the mob movie. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with, I really liked Donnie Brasco. Mm. And for more reality, I liked Gotti 1, 1995, I think it was. The first Gotti movie. Asante? Yeah, that was incredible. Bronx Tale is a neighborhood story, PD. So everybody has their own ways of looking at this. The Goodfellas movie was absolutely incredible, but people do get lost in the glamour and they don't pay attention to the end. They get lost in the glamour. Now we say that about a lot of street guys today. Are they in it for the glamour or the survival? There's a whole different world there. So I'm going to go with Brasco. I think for me, I like Donnie Brasco. And as far as real people, real people that we know of and saw play out in real life, I will go with Gotti 1. And you're going to go with Goodfellas and Godfather. All right.
Yeah, that's good. 2's good. I think 2's a good number to pick, right? So you got Brasco and Gotti 1, and I got Godfather and Goodfellas. Oh my God. Cool. Wow. Yeah, man. Awesome.
All right,
awesome.
my man.
Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you.
With Billy Luna. This was incredible.
No sweat.
Parting words for you, Billy. Go ahead. Take it out.
I just wanted to say again, I appreciate you all. And I look forward to, meeting you all and talking to you all and dealing with you all further. And I was very, very, very pleased to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right, buddy. So just so everybody knows, in the future, there's going to be a show with us two and Snuff and Skinny. So look out for that. You maybe within a couple of weeks, you'll see a thumbnail for that. All right, my man. Fun.
All right, my brother. You be well. Have a pleasant evening, everyone.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Take care. All right. Be well. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow, that was good. Billy's my man. Lefty had cancer of the prick. Yes, he did. Hopefully you guys liked that. We put this together a couple hours ago, and we said, let's just do it. Let's have a chat. Let's chill. Let's have a chat. Great show, Tommy and Billy. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Two guys just trying to make it in Carlito's Way was a little different. Was very good, Cheech. I loved Carlito's Way. I loved Carlito's Way. That was a good one. Yeah, Billy's good people, man. Billy's good people. See, there's not that there's a different thing. I like the way he does it. You see, you got to remove. There's certain things you got to remove that these people are not going to understand that they got to remove. It's interesting. So really, literally, I was in the pool. We were talking. I said, "You want it? Let's do it." We've been talking about it for a long time. Now, Joey and Snuff are very busy. They're everywhere. But they brought up to me, let's do a show, the four of us on Skinny Show. So they said it to me. I'm not a big recommender of people in that respect. I kind of give Joey his space. I kind of give Snuff his space. And they said to me, let's do it. Let's collab a little bit with the four of us. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It'll happen in the future. It'll happen. Yeah. 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 So look, we just shoot the shit here. We're off the cuff, basically, and we have a good time. Again, this was going to be the Wednesday night wind down, which we do every single Wednesday. This happens no matter what's going on. Sean Penn in real life, Get What Kleinfeld Got in that movie. Just get the sister in Godfather 3. She got on your nerves. Talia Shire, Connie got on your nerves. Carlito's Way, Al Pacino portrays a Puerto Rican. Okay, Edwin, that's interesting. Okay, interesting, Edwin. You think he did a great job with that, Edwin? You think Al Pacino is incredible? Oh, well, happy birthday to you, Rebecca. Blessings to you. The Cecilia scene, Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper. Oh, my God. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sonny Money, are you still here? You didn't go to Lying Informants? Wait, what's the channel? Yeah, yes, Delilah. Yes, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Did he put the thumbnail up yet, guys? Did Snuff put the thumbnail up? They're at the game. They're still at the game. He didn't put the thumbnail up yet. I'm going to break his balls right now. I'm going to break his balls right now. He didn't put the thumbnail up. What happened? Where's the thumbnail? Get that thumbnail up or I'm going to shut your channel down, Snuff. Get to it. This son of a bitch. Oh, they want me to go down there tomorrow. I may take a ride to Philly tomorrow. I got to see. Lying Informants and Their Enablers channel, who I thought was Cane Shades, but they're telling me no. I thought it was Cane Shades, but they're telling me no. I'm talking into this thing, so it's not getting anything I say right. I'm too lazy to type. Hey, Jovi, it's okay. Time to head down to Little Caesars. I got a Little Caesars down the block over here. Snuff is killing me. I got to push them for thumbnails too. I tell them, let's go. Put the thumbnail up, Snuff. Let's go. Thindu, put the thumbnail up. No. But anyway, yeah, on the Skinny tomorrow live, 6 o'clock. Going to do a live. So we'll see if I'm down there or I'm up here. I don't know yet. To be determined. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If I get out early, I'll head down there. Lying form is not Cane. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, Cheech. All right. He has the whole thing. I'm not going to play it right now because I don't know Lying Informants. He might strike me. I don't like to use other people's content. Billy, I talk to, so it's different. I don't want to use anybody else's content. We held 50 strong tonight. That's nice. That's a good amount for a small channel like this. I'm telling you, folks, we're going to hit 5,000. Nobody listens to Stiggs, Mike F. What the fuck? I'm telling you, 5,000 is on the way. And I can't imagine it. A show about nothing. Uh-huh. John's roast pork. I'm a half-ass vegetarian, but roast pork does sound good. Oh, you didn't see it? Yes, they're on Patreon tomorrow. Yes. Patreon tomorrow. Yes. I mean, I don't want to get struck, so I don't want to play it. But if anybody wants to drop the Lying in Enablers thing, that show about it. Yeah, Gianni. It seems like people are kind of liking general content. Carlito's Way was written by a Puerto Rican retired New York State judge. I can recall the name at the moment. Edwin, you don't know how much information that you have that we need. Do you not understand, Sir Edwin? Do you know the lesson that we need about Puerto Rico? You have no idea. I need 2 hours on the panel with you one day. But you can't spring it on me like, hey, Stiggs, we're going live at 12. I got to know. I'm all over the place. But world champion liar. At the plate to set up, behind the plate, Stiggs. Oh, my God. Yep. Joey Pope, a pleasure to see you tonight. Yes. Yep. Really, really nice to see you. I think we got to go out with a little Sinatra tonight. I think we got to go out with a beautiful Sinatra song right now. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, what do we go with? Which one comes up first? I think we're going to go with this. I think we're going to go out with a Frankie Valli. Carlito's Way was absolutely one of my favorite movies. Really, really a good one. Okay, there you go. We will do a live from Jones Beach. Well, that's only 40 minutes from me, Sir Edwin. Yes. C is for coffee, yes. Stiggs, how are you going to do a show for coffee? You're going to bed. How? I do it. I don't stop. I came into this thing and I give it 100%. That's what I'm doing. This has to be snuff. Watch this. Watch. Okay, it says it's up. Okay. I don't know. I can't find it. Can somebody find it? Let's see. Let me do it. Let me do it here. Let's do it. Let me check here. He says it's been up. Let me see. All right. Where? I don't see it. He's out of his mind. It's not up. It's not up. He's not. Absolutely not on the page. Am I wrong? Can somebody? CG2, are you still here? Can you check Joey's channel and see if the thumbnail's up for tomorrow? I don't think it's there. No, it's not. Absolutely not. He said, you think you're dealing with a rookie? He's saying it's there. He said, what do you think you're dealing with a rookie? We will do it, Tommy Stiggs. Amen. Also with Uncle Dean. Wonderful. Absolutely. I don't know if it's not Patreon. It's on YouTube. He's saying it's there, CG2. It's not there. No. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Please, somebody tell me. I'm breaking his balls and he's saying it's up. I don't see it. I can't see it. Guys, is that it? I can't see that, Mike F. Hold on. Okay. It's there. Okay, we got it. Okay, it's there. Good. All right, good. I told them CG2. It's right there. All right, we're good. He's sending me screenshots. Beautiful. All right. Mike F, and you guys found it. We're good. All right, good. I'm a ball breaker with the thumbnails. I am an absolute ball breaker with the thumbnails. Snuff said, laughing out loud, CG2. All right. I know. You guys, she's great. What do you mean? Come on. All right, we're going to go out with this. As we were talking about silence and not being a rat, we got to go out with the Frankie Valli Jam because silence is golden. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you did have a good time with me and Billy. We'll be doing more of this stuff going forward. I will see you all guys live for coffee, 7 a.m. right here. No doubt I will be live here 7 a.m. tomorrow. If it's God's will, wait a minute, I almost forgot about the Italian goodbye. There goes. Joey Pope is back in full gear. Yes. Now they're not going to stop. Hysterical. I got it. Oh my God. They're both saying, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're good. We're good. Okay. Yes. Still early. Stay until midnight. What? Don Carlo does not want me up past 11. Don Carlo does not want me up past 11. Neither does my girl. She says you need sleep, honey. You need to get a little nap. We need to get a little nap. Oh my God, these guys are hysterical. All right, guys, we're out of here. We are out of here. Let me drop the song. It's time for me to rock and roll. I got to go water the basil. I really was going to go across the street, but I don't think I should do that. We stayed on longer than I expected. Silence is golden. Keep your damn mouth shut. Keep it shut.
Oh, don't it hurt deep inside to see someone do something to her? Oh, don't it pain to see someone cry? How especially when someone is hurt. Silence is golden, what my eyes still see. Silence is golden, golden, what my eyes still see. Talking is cheap, people follow like sheep, even though there is nowhere to go. How could she tell she deceived her so well? Maybe she'll be the last one to know. Will she fall for his lie? Should I tell her, or should I keep cool? And if I tried, I know she'd say I lied. Mind your business, don't hurt her, you fool. Silence is golden, what my eyes still see. Silence is golden, golden, what my eyes